everybody. This is Lisa, and I'm going to share some insight with you about how you might want to go about making a choice board. So, if you're interested in making a choice board for the fall, here are some of the steps that you could take. There are actually a few ways that you might want to make a choice board. This particular choice board was made using Google Slides. And so, when I go into present mode, here's how this choice board will work. So, I'm going to click present, start the presentation. And when students get to the choice board, they can go ahead and click on any of these little squares here that are in this table. And these are actually images. So this is a screenshot from the cover of the videos here. So it looks like you can play, but you actually can't play directly from here. When you click on one of these, it takes you directly to another slide inside the slide deck. And these are the ones that we used for STEAM Camp for week 5. And so here I can actually click on the video and I can watch the video play inside the slide itself. And then if I want to go back to the choice board, back to that main table, I can just click back to choice board, and now I'm back on the main frame. And I can click something else, listen and read, and I can go ahead and play it right on the slide and then go back out to the choice board. So I want to share with you a little bit about how you can make this kind of choice board for yourself, how you can insert video, or if you don't want to use video, if you want to send students directly to a website or a document, you could do that as well. So I'm going to exit out of this screen. And something I want you to notice is that we have 12 squares here with 12 different activities. And so in our slide deck, we have exactly 13 slides. So this is slide number 13. You could see it has the Ask Anything video here. And then if I go back up to my actual board, that Ask Anything video is right here. So as we're building the choice board, we try to think about what's going to go in every single one of these boxes, and then we try to correspond them. So this is number 1, and this goes in the first slide, which is actually slide number 2. And then this one is the second one, and so we put this in the next slide, which is slide number 3. So we're putting them in order, so that way it's easy to make sure that we have everything that we need. So here's how you might go about starting one of these from scratch. So we made a job aid on setting up a choice board that we think could be helpful for you if you're doing this for the first time. And in this job aid, in the first box, creating your initial template, there are some directions for you. And if you want, you can use the pre-made choice board frame that we've designed for you by clicking right here. So when you click there, this is the frame that you're going to get. So it just has the frame with some boxes there. It's got the little click here, which is a little image that you can actually move around or delete if you don't want it there. And then it has the blank slides, which you can, of course, adjust. But this is designed for 12 different items. And it also has the back to choice board button already there for you. So you can use that, or you can make your own. If you want to make your own, you would just insert a table on the first slide. You can tell Google Slides how big you want your table to be. And then you can manage the little frame around the table and make it thicker, change the color. You can add some words here like we did up here, or change those out. Whatever really you want to do is open to you as you're making the choice board in Google Slides. All right, so I'm going to show you how we might make some of these items in the choice board. So I'm going to move on to the second box, inserting content into each slide. So right now I've done some research on some potential content that I might want to use in my choice board. And one of the things I think I want to use is LAUSD has a new website called A World of Learning, where they have a number of videos and resources that we could use to support remote learning, but also just in general, even when we're back in the classroom. So I have high school here, middle school, and elementary school. So I'm going to click on something for elementary. Maybe I'm interested in a museum tour. So I have the National Museum of Natural History and the virtual tour of Dino Hall. That looks really interesting. So I'm going to take a look at that virtual tour of Dino Hall. So I can see here that this is a website. There's a link to watch a video over here, and there's activities. If I click on the watch video,
Hi, my name is Ilana, and I'm manager of performing arts.
I can see that it plays directly in this website. So in this case, I would want to send students directly to this site. So this is an example of a website where I might want to send students. So I'm going to go back to my job aid and it talks a little bit about what to do for a website. It says that for a website, I'm going to use an image on the choice board and I'm going to link that image to the website. And here are some more directions right here about hyperlinking images for you. But basically, I'm going to take this link and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to my choice board frame and I'm just going to paste it right here so that I remember where my link is. So this is the link that I want to use. And now I need a picture. So I kind of think this guy is pretty cool. So I'm going to take a little screenshot of him. Now you could also go to Google Images and get a picture that's interesting to you. I'm going to paste this picture right here. All right, so there's my picture. And I think I might also be interested in maybe something having to do with the logo over here. I think that would be something nice to have. I'm going to go ahead and open a new tab and go to Natural History Museum logo. I'm going to click on images for Google Images. I should type in Los Angeles. This is the Los Angeles Natural History Museum. And there we go. There's a great logo for me. So I like this image. I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to paste it right into my slide. All right. So now what I want to do is I want students to click on the image. So I think I might get one of those little click here buttons from up here. I'm going to copy those and I'm going to paste one of those right here so that they know that they need to click on the actual image. I'm going to put that right here in the corner. And I'm going to get my link now. I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to get rid of that. I don't need that link anymore. I'm going to select my dino picture and I'm going to go up to the paperclip where I can insert a link and I'm going to paste my link in and click apply. And now you can see my link is right there. I can copy this link again, I can edit it, or I can remove this link from the picture. And I think students might also click on this or this. So I'm going to make sure both of those images are also linked. So I'm going to go ahead and link the little click here image, and I'm going to link the little Natural History Museum logo. That way, no matter what they click on, everything is linked. And so now what I need is I need to make sure that this image is also on the frame of the choice board. So I'm going to go ahead and copy it again. And this is my first picture. So I'm going to resize this. I'm going to paste it in right here. Move my little click here icon a little bit more. Make this a little smaller. All right, and then move this right here. Now it's moving behind the picture, so I'm going to right click and change the order, and I'm going to tell it to bring to front, and that brought my little click here button to the front. So now there's a bit of a problem that I need to fix right now, because if students click on this, they go directly to the website, which is totally fine. If you want to set up your choice board that way, you could just have it be one frame, have this first slide, and have them be sent directly to where you want them to go. But in this case, I don't want them to go directly to the website when they click here. I want them to go to this slide. And then I want them to click right here to go to the website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the link from this image that got carried over. And now there's no link associated with this at all. And so what I want is I want students to click here, and then I'm going to insert a link again, but this time I'm going to tell Google Slides that I want students to go to another slide inside this presentation. And I actually want them to go to slide 2 when they click on this, and I'm going to click apply. So now when they click on the image, they will be sent to slide 2. So I can test it by clicking on present. And I can click on our dino picture, and there we go. We're at slide 2. I can click on this, and now I'm going out to the website where I want students to go and to visit. So that worked out perfectly. So I did a little test. It's always important to make sure things are working. Now, the other thing I want to make sure is working is I want this back to choice board button to send students back to slide one. So I need to tell it that that's what I want done. So I'm going to click on it. It's actually already set up that way, but I'm going to remove this link. So let's pretend this was not designed that way already. So I'm going to click on it now, and I'm going to go to my little paperclip again, and I'm going to tell it to go to slides in this presentation, slide one, apply. So now that will always happen. It'll always go back to slide one. And even if I copied and pasted this little button on other slides, that linking system should transfer over. But you can always double check it to test it out. So now let's practice trying something else. Let's pretend that we are interested in a particular video. So I'm going to go ahead and click on something new. So I'm going to go click on career exploration for grades 6 through 8. And I'm going to click on this other natural history museum resource called Meet the Scientists. So this is taking me to a YouTube video. So I'm interested in having this embedded. So what I want to do is I want to click on the link from YouTube. And now I'm going to go back to my choice board. And this is going to be on the next frame on slide 3. So I'm going to insert a video. And I have the chance to insert a video from YouTube directly, which must be a YouTube link from a URL or from my Google Drive if I've saved a video in Drive, or even in someone else's Drive, potentially, I could use that link. I'm going to click search now because this is a YouTube video, and there's my video popped up. I'm going to click that one. I'm going to click select. And now my video is coming into the slide. So I can like resize this a little bit if I want to, but I think it looks pretty good for now. Now over here, you have some interesting features for video playback. So if you want students to play the video in the slide, but you don't want them to play the entire video, maybe it's a little long, maybe you only are interested in the first 2 minutes, you can tell Google Slides when to start and end this particular video for students. This one is pretty short. It's only 1 minute and 47 seconds. So I already watched it ahead of time, so I know it's appropriate for kids and it's fine to leave right there. So now I need to go back and do my extra linking because I don't have this listed in my frame one choice board. So I'm going to get a little screenshot of this picture, Meet the Scientists, and I'm going to go ahead and get that picture inside my choice board. All right, I'm going to drag my picture in from the desktop. So I'm just going to need to resize it a little bit, make it a little smaller, make it fit in the box that I have. I'll move over my little click here image just for a little while. This needs to be shrunken down a little bit more. That looks pretty good. I'm going to move my little click here button. And again, I'm going to bring it to the front so that it shows in front of the image. And I'm going to just move these over just a tad bit more. Perfect. All right, so now when students go here, this video was going to play, but I want them to get to that slide when they click here and not watch the video in this tiny little box. So this is a screenshot. They won't be able to watch a video right here, but I want to connect it to that slide. So I'm going to insert link, slides in this presentation, and I can see right here on the left that this is going to be slide 3. So I'm just going to select that and select apply. I'm going to do the same thing for the little click here button in case students click on that. All right, so there we go. So that should be ready to go. So I'm going to test it out right now. Go to present. Students click here, they get here, and they can play the video now directly from this slide. And they can go back to choice board this way. We can also attach a document, or connect things to a document. So let's take a look at how we might use a document from Google Drive and embed that into our choice board. So here I made a document called What is Your Favorite Food? And it's a Google Doc. And there's a little message there for students and some directions about being a good digital citizen because they're going to come in and write something about their favorite food. And this is going to be a shared doc. So they're all going to have a chance to edit in the same document. So I'm trying to teach them about collaborating and contributing to the same document together. And then I have a sample for them about what this might look like or sound like for them to talk about their favorite food. So they're going to go ahead and type into this document. Now, if I want to be able to give them access to this document so that they can write in it, I have to give them editing access. And so what I need to do is I need to share it because the way it's situated right now, I'm the author and I would be the only one who would have access unless I've given anybody else access. So you can see right here, I've actually shared this with one other person. And so only these two people would have access to edit this document. So if I want to allow students to edit this, I have to change the permission. So I'm going to click down here and I have some choices. I can leave this restricted, which is more like what it is now, where only two people really have access to edit the document. I could set it to only those logged into LAUSD would have access, or I can set it to anyone with the link would have access. So I'm going to pick LAUSD, so only people who are logged into their LAUSD account would have access. And I'm going to change this to edit instead of view because I want students to be able to edit this document once they get in. And so they would have to be logged in with their MyMail account first, and then they could come in and edit the document. So this is the link that I want to use, and now I'm going to click Done because my permissions are set. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy this link in the speaker notes so that I don't lose it. And now I need an image to go with this. So I'm going to screenshot this particular image for what is your favorite food. And I'm going to paste that right here in the slide. And I could manipulate or create a text box up here if I wanted to type some directions to students. So that's available to do up here as well. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my little click here buttons, paste that in so that students know where to click. All right, and now I need to get my link from my notes, and I'm going to click on the little paper clip and embed those in. I'm going to do it again with the click here button in case a student clicks on that. And then I can go ahead and delete this if I want to. And so now I need to take this screenshot. Let me take a new screenshot so I have a blank one ready to go. And I'm going to put this in the actual frame of the choice board. So I'm going to paste it and resize it. And I'm going to add that right here. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my click here button, I'm going to right click and order to the front. So that way that button stays in the front. All right. And now I need to make sure this is connected to slide 5. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click slides in this presentation, and I'm going to connect to slide 5. I'm going to do that also with the click here button, just in case students click on this button only and don't click on the actual image. This way they are covered either way. All right, and now I'm going to test my skills and make sure I did it right. If I click on what's your favorite food, I'm going to be taken here to the slide, and then I can click here and I'm going to be taken out to the Google Doc that I made. And students will have a chance to work inside this doc and edit it and read the directions and write about their favorite food. One final resource that I thought would be helpful to share with you all is that if you don't want to design your own choice board from scratch using some simple Google Slides like we did, you could decide to get a little fancier and look for a pre-made choice board or a game on something like Slidesmania. So I'm in slidesmania.com, and under education, I just click choice boards and games. And right here, I have some lovely templates that I could use if I was interested in using one of these. There's the challenge board, Let's Play, a digital board game. Cinema Choice Board, Gems Choice Board template, today's activities. So these are all available to me as well. So if I find one that I like, I can just click it. I can take a look at what it would look like here. So I see some samples of what it actually looks like. There's a little video here that shows me what some of the different slides would look like and how they would work. So you can see it works very similarly to our choice board, just has some fancier colors and fancier designs that might be fun to use. And then right down here is where I could download it as a PowerPoint, or I can get it as Google Slides. And that would be my preference, of course, is to use it as Google Slides. That way I can access it at any time, change it live in any moment, and just have it right there ready to go for me. All right, and that's how you would make a choice board. Hope it was helpful. I hope you all have a chance to make your own and keep us posted on how it turns out. Thanks for watching.